All right, so hello everyone. Today, myself Nisha welcomes you all to the live Skillify session from Amity online. So today we are going to talk about the topic of 5G security, right? So 5G security, I'll be during this topic. I'll be that first and about the topic. What is the topic? Then we will go deep into the topic, like uh, what are the networking essentials which are there inside 5G, which we can which we can protect, and which we can protect to secure, to provide security to 5G, right? So let us start the topic with this PPT. So basically, what happens is we are going to talk about 5G security challenges and how to defeat them. So 5G network is being used everywhere, right? 5G will enhance our connected lives and paves the way for the new innovation. And it's a fifth generation mobile network. And as we said that 5G is being designed to connect each and every device, including the machines, objects, and devices around us. So even the smart bulb, smart tube light, or smartphones, all of them can be connected to a 5G network. So why 5G is connecting all of them? Why it is so resource savvy? Because with the help of 5G, we are also introducing virtualization into our concepts, right? So even every single network server which is there also is being virtualized and being connected with the help of 5G. So 5G is not only providing you the high speeds, it's also providing us with a lot of resource saviness. And we are basically help providing the network connectivity with the help of network virtualization. Virtualization means like the servers which are, like, let us suppose in a data center. So in previous case, what happens is in a data center there are lots of data servers, but with the help of 5G, what we are doing is we are providing a virtualized service environment in which if there are 100 servers, we can put them on in a virtualized in a virtualized machine. And apart from those 100 servers, now in case of 5G there will be only 2 3 servers, and on top of them there will be the other 98 servers, right? So this is also giving way to new type of technologies which has came up. So that is why everybody is talking about 5G nowadays, right? So let's move forward. So then, what is 5G security? So 5G security is basically when there is a new technology, so of course there will be new security challenges also, right? So because of coexistence of 4G and 5G, it makes a very security issue as well. Like there are manual operations which are not enough, because now in case of 5G there are lots of devices which are connected. Because of lots of devices which are being connected, so there are a large number of users which are connected in 5G. Why there are large number of users? Because every device, every machine, everything is being connected with the help of 5G, so there are large number of users. So now the manual configuration uh, is very errorsome, you can say, because now if some manual configuration which needs to be done, then there are large number of devices which has to be configured. So manual configuration is very errorsome, and providing security by configuration of the devices becomes next to impossible, right? So because of this, in 5G we have software defined networking. So with the help of software defined network, what happens is you have automatic configuration being done. So you will just write down a script, you'll just write down a program, and that run that program, and automatically all the devices will get configured, right? So this reduces the errorness in the configuration process, and will make 5G more secure. So in today's session we will be talking more about software defined networking, SDN security, which is going to provide security to 5G. I hope the topic is now being clear, and we are going more to see into this topic, that how software defined network is going to provide security to 5G, right? So let's move forward. So to get you introduced to software defined networking, you can see that in 2014, the software defined networking has got how much users, and you can see the a market rate, sorry, not the users, it's a market in software defined networking in 2014, and how it is growing till 2024, right? So you can say that now all the companies are moving towards software defined network to get their 5G services better secure, right? So let's see how, which are the companies which are getting future ready. So you can see there is a whole picture of Huawei, which has launched software defined networking in NFV, that is network function virtualization, into their company platform, so that their data servers and all the devices are 5G compatible. So that includes not only Huawei but also Google, Cisco, VMware, HP, Ericsson, Adara Networks, Arista, and many more. And eventually, I can bet that there will be more and more companies which will be switching to software defined networking for providing security to their 5G networks. So software defined networking, basically, what role does it play? So it plays a role in the design of 5G wireless networks. It provides an intelligent architecture for the network programmability, as well as the creation of multiple network hierarchies. And software defined networking was originally defined as building and managing the networks that separates the network control and forwarding plane. So let us see that now we have got an idea that basically software defined networking is being used for 5G security, right? So if it is used for 5G security, then how software defined networking is going to provide security services to 5G? So let us see that how it is going to provide by seeing the architecture of software defined networking. So let us see. So this is the basically this is the traditional network. Traditional network means the network which is prevailing right now. So the network which is prevailing right now has got like you can see the red and blue boxes. So this is a device, this is a simple switch, the simple switch which is being deployed in the network. So the simple switches basically consist of two boxes. So these two boxes are named as the control plane, that is the brain of the device, and the data plane, the one which will forward the traffic, right? So the in the current network, not the software defined network, it is the current network in which both of these pieces are sandwiched, right? So if both of these pieces are sandwiched, then if we need to find out that what is happening to the other part of the network, we cannot tell, because every device has got its own brain. So that means every device is making their own decision. Like if a particular route needs to be find out, so every device will contact its brain to find out the route to reach to the destination, right? But what happens in software defined networking? So let us see the challenges because of which we need to switch to the software defined networking. So like I told you that we need to find the route through which the traffic can be routed. Like if suppose in the whole network, in a complete network, there are certain devices which got attacked, which are not working, right? So if there are certain devices which are not controller, right? So now in this is basically software defined networking, and this is what happens in software defined networking. Like as I said that I will create we need to just create a program, and that program will get executed, and that will configure the whole of the devices in the network, right? So what where you will deploy that particular program? So you will deploy that program in the controller. Okay, so I hope you got the idea of software defined networking. So this software defined networking, this is the architecture of software defined networking, in which a centralized entity is there which is connected to all the data planes in the network, right? So these are some of the differences you can say between a traditional network and a software defined network as well. Like there are communication overhead, like there will be communication overhead in software defined networking, yes, because whenever there will be something which happens to a particular device, it will get communicated to the controller, that is the centralized entity, right? Similarly, vendor dependent switches will not be there, because now the switches are being made more simpler, right? It only consists of only the blue part, that is the data plane part, that is the forwarder who will forward the traffic. Then error prone, of course it will not be error prone, right? Costly devices, no, it is not costly devices because they are being made more simpler. The network status availability, yes, in a software defined network there will be a network status availability. So I hope you have got the idea that what is the difference between the current network, that is the traditional networking, and software defined network. So let's move forward. So how SDN works for 5G security. So the main idea behind SDN is to move the control plane away from the hardware and enable the external control of the data through a logical software entity called a controller. So the controller will manage the packet flow control to enable the intelligent networking, which is situated between the devices and the applications. So basically, all in all, we can say that 5G SDN paradigm will allow an increase in the flexibility and programmability of the 5G networks. So let us move forward and see how the other technologies which are there uh, in uh, um, our in our technology, which are gaining importance, like artificial intelligence, so how it can also help in 5G security. Let us see. So artificial intelligence, as is it is the booming technology nowadays. So that also can be combined with software defined networking for 5G security. So how can it be done? Let us see. So artificial intelligence, basically what it does is it used to basically connect it used to basically have a particular data, and it works on that data and can predict things, right? So similarly, this can happen for 5G security as well. Like what you can do is we can create a data, and in which we can predict that what the network traffic which is coming, whether it is malicious traffic or whether it is a benign traffic. Means whether it can be an attack traffic or not, right? So this type of classification can be done with the help of artificial intelligence, which can work very well with for 5G security. So in this case, what will happen is like you will deploy some artificial intelligence data sets in 5G security onto the 5G servers, which will just analyze the traffic which is coming and can filter the traffic, that whether it is normal traffic or whether it is an attack traffic. So that can help the 5G networks to be more secure, right? So I hope you have got my idea that artificial intelligence, how it can be integrated for 5G security with the help of software defined networking, right? So a number of operators have, you can see over here, it is written that according to the Digital Transformation Forum, one third of the communication service providers have started to deploy the virtualized network functions at various parts of their networks. And a number of operators have announced plan to become fully software defined in their future, including THT, a part of the Deutsche Telecom group in Croatia, recently announced on LinkedIn that it would be in that position by the end of 2022. And for many people, AI seems like a part of the future, not the present, but its use is already becoming a reality in telecom networks. So there is a talk that AI will be used to run the network scaling capabilities and to operate zero touch service operation centers. But is this realistic? Yes. Is this realistic? Yes. As you are going to see soon in your future that there is the use of artificial intelligence in telecom sectors for 5G security in the same way in which I have told you, right? So let's move forward. So artificial intelligence, like many traditional industries, have benefited from AI technology, in particular machine learning and deep learning for attack detection. In recently, you can see its application in healthcare, finance, and many other application and services. But now, in the coming era, you will see that there is the integration of 5G, IoT, and artificial intelligence. Okay, so the approach of AI ML can be used with 5G network for providing the security. So apart from artificial intelligence, there are certain networks with the help of which we can gain security to 5G networks as well. So that includes blockchain networks. So blockchain network can also be used for providing SDN security. So what is the glimpse? What you can say is a summary of this particular slide is that the blockchain is a decentralized network. So with the help of a decentralization, we can overcome all the attacks which can take place to a centralized network. So what is a centralized network? Centralized network is the 5G network, right? Is the software defined network, sorry. So software defined network is a centralized network. So all of the attacks which can take place on a software defined network because of the centralized entity, that is a centralized controller, so that can be overcome with the help of a blockchain network. So blockchain is now coming up as a security area which to all the networks which are centralized in nature by providing them decentralization, right? With this I'll close my talk because from the artificial intelligence to the blockchain network, 5G can be given the security. And thank you so much. And if you have any doubts, then you can get back to me in the comment section so that I can answer your queries. Thank you so much. And in case you have any doubts, please get back to me.